Good afternoon, everybody. Calm Biker here. Just on my way home from Parson's Nose or Parson's Grove, something like that. Had a nice day out. Quite a strange one weather-wise, but of course I am a rain god. About 5 miles away from where I met up with Skeggy Cruiser. So I had about 90 miles away it was for me to meet up with Skeggy. And most of the way there it was alright, had a little bit of rain here and there, but nothing spectacular. Then met up with Skeggy at a Little Chef, had a cup of coffee, and we walked out the Little Chef, and just to prove my theory about being a rain god, I walked about halfway across the not rather large car park, actually quite a small car park, and it started to rain. And then, boy did it rain. I've never had it raining so hard that it hurt, but it felt like hailstone. It was that hard. Then we were following Skeggy's sat-nav, and it was taking us all over some very strange routes, including a route that we decided not to go on. You can tell it's bad for mud on the road when the people who've put the mud there actually have come back with shovels and started to shovel it up. But with that and the amount of rain there was, we gave that one a miss. But once we got there, the rain stopped and the heat was incredible. And we didn't see rain again. So everything we had that was wet dried out really quickly. Apart from Skeggy's jeans, he had to do a bit of a change in a field, which was interesting. And his Becca Coolwear was a bit damp. But I'd say absolutely beautiful day. In fact, too hot. I was at the point of thinking I was going to pass out from the heat. And we also met up with Mad Max, Chaz and Tiff. So there were 5 of us there in the end because Skeggy's son Josh was there. Unfortunately nobody else came along. I'm guessing they were put off by the rain. But there is another day tomorrow. Now I doubt I'm going to get this video up today. But if I do get it up today and you see it before tomorrow, you can have a game of see if you can find the Calm Biker sticker. Somewhere at Parson's Grove there is a Calm Biker sticker. But to be honest, none of us seemed to care about the weather. We didn't really care about the show. The show was pretty quiet. There was not a lot there really. Video wise, I've got very little of the show other than pictures of Skeggy trying to explain to anybody who'll listen that he went through a puddle that was an inch deep and got water up his leg, and by the end of the day it was about 6 feet deep and he nearly drowned. The story got better with every telling. So I'll put up a few clips of the ride, the weather, and the little bit of clippage that I've got of the show, but I'll rely on Skeggy and Mr. Mad Max Chaz and Tiff and anybody else that's going there again tomorrow to show a bit more of the show, because as I say, there was very little there in the way of custom vehicles. It was all caravans really. I guess people waiting for the next day. Anyway, enjoy the clips. Thanks for watching. Ride safe. I'll talk to you all again soon. about 5 miles away from where I'm meeting up with Skeggy, and it's just started to rain. So I suspect he's 5 miles away thinking, oh, Richard's nearly here, it's starting to rain.
Absolutely melted. I've just put my helmet back on to call you because it's all set up for Bluetooth.
Oh, I've not got Bluetooth. What do you want to do? You want to go straight there or get a coffee or something?
Well, we ought to go straight there to meet Chaz, but I would imagine they're just pleased to get off the bike. So if you want a coffee for a break, because you've been riding for an hour or more, haven't you?
Yeah, well,
2 hours.
about 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, pop in for a break, mate.
Tell your bike's too quiet when somebody just walks in front of you. Could be thunder and lightning, might just be Skeggy's bike. Love that sound. I hope I get one of these lightning strikes in super slow motion. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains. Boom!
Telling me to put a hand there, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I suppose.
This is mad, isn't it?
It's quite wet. Oh well, the waterproofing has given up on my jacket. Too much water for the waterproofing. Skeggy was just saying that he'll understand it if people give up and go home. I'd always talking about it, always rains, doesn't it? We're actually now going the wrong way because of the ridiculous amount of mud on the right way road. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. I don't know if there's hail in this, but ow. Ow, ow, ow. That must have had hail in it. That was really hurting. Oh well, they were right, that bag isn't waterproof. Hope it don't get me sat nav. Parsons drove. Should be called Parsons River. Yep. Starting to have the feeling of one of those horror stories. those ones where usually a married couple, but in this case our horror story is 2 vloggers and a vlogger's son looking for a place to shelter from the rain. Come across a small, quiet, on the surface of it, friendly village, and then it all goes a little bit weird. The villagers seem to not be what they seem. People seem to be going missing. And when the vloggers try and leave, every time they get to the crossroads and take the turning that looks right, it leads them to another crossroads, and there's only one way that looks right, and when they follow that one through, they're back in the village. And every direction that they leave takes them back to the village. And every time the villagers look more and more horrified that the vloggers tried to leave. And then, without warning, one time as they enter the village, can't be right though, Skeggy's got sat-nav. I've got sat-nav too, but I suspect it's sat in a puddle of water now. And it's switched on because I'm relying on Skeggy's sat-nav. And I'm hoping this is in a waterproof pack. Ah. I've got, well, exactly, Skeggy, exactly. I've got waterproof gear on, the water's going up the legs. Yeah. Rain god strikes again. Oh dear. Come on, I saw something that said Parsons Drove. How can we not be there yet? Ah! Are we nearly there yet? Are we nearly there yet? Are we nearly there yet? Big board. Cancelled. Ooh, playground's coming there then, isn't it? Gotta be this then, isn't it? Bikers beware. It says they're waterproof on the description, but they're not.
These are only Kevlar.
Yeah, these.
So the waterproof are in there.
The waterproof, unless the water is coming up your legs. It said that this wasn't waterproof, and that was right as well.
Has it water got in there?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Hopefully my sat-nav has lasted. I'm pretty sure these weren't this heavy this morning.
If we get them back on, I'll tell you what. You hold on to them.
Skeggy.
Nice. Are they summer gloves?
Yes. Do you know what? It said it was summer. I have got my winter gloves with me, but...
Let me just see if I can ring it.
Hey up! It's raining. Or it was.
Yeah, this is where I discovered, okay,
You got a bit hot.
nothing is waterproof. It's a bladder giveaway, is it? Yeah, I think so.
His bag burst.
I sat there and all of a sudden I got this trickle when I went, and your cafe bag overflowed. Oh, that's not a nice feeling.
She started whinging and then it started.
Say hello, you ugly git.
Hello, you ugly git.
What?
Hello.
Oh, Dimple! But what's he gonna put in his video? He wants to put you down.
I'll just put it to embarrassing music. Again, please.
So I'll do it to Skeggy, but... No.
What's it gonna do?
Yeah, it's just scary when you do it to it, because it's like...
It's not ticklish.
Yeah, and... It would help, wouldn't it?
Again.
Do it again, please.
You gotta go, oh! Come on, Skeggy, give me my... Oh.
It's a funny colour though.
I know.
Surely it does. Oh. I just feel like everything's coming down. Mr. Jim Payne, sir. These get very heavy when they're wet. Very.
Stop!
I get really annoyed now.
Skeggy, you're old and nobody likes you.
I'm what?
You're old and nobody likes you. Oh. There you go.
No, take two.
It would take two though, that's the thought of it.
Wet.
He's wearing a onesie.
Well, that's what they are. Becca Corway. It's a motorbike suit. Have you not
It's
seen
not
them?
very often that somebody gets off a big cruiser like that, pulls down his pants and goes, "Look how wet my groin is, son."
I got a wet gonads.
This is practice for when you're getting older.
This is not.
Frankly, I don't care.
Yeah.